Good afternoon. Good afternoon, traders. Good afternoon. It's 2 minutes after 3 here. Our trading room times there, 9:30 in the mornings. Lunchtime session, 12. Afternoon, and then the evening one at 6 o'clock. It's 1800 hours. Good to be with you. Ashley Reeve here. Know you had a fantastic time with my brother P. And let's move. Before we get started, remember, all the information we discuss here, guys, is opinion. Please don't construe this as advice in any way. All right. So if you're ready, I am. Let me know in the chat facility. All our links are there. Let's make this session another great one. Yes. Intel, I see you. Petuna, I see you. Jace, there we go. Shira, Tanya, Brett, I see you all the way on top there. If you're here for the first time, welcome to the most trusted broker. All right, 7-7. Good number 7. It's a good number 7. Hope you guys are well and sensible. I know you guys enjoy T. I know I definitely enjoy him. And all the content that T has, his approach and how he looks at the markets. And I know you guys had a fantastic time as well, yeah? So, guys, guess what? The gold disappointed us, isn't it so? Gold disappointed us. But we're seeing some movement on the euro, some on the AUD USD. And is anyone else that saw that? Yeah. Let's see. Quick in the chat facility there, guys. Yeah, Jace, there we go. It disappointed us. It went to that high we spoke about. I got out of it, like I told you guys, the commentary there, I told you. I'm not going to be, don't put unnecessary pressure on yourself. I think that's one of the things me and T really push for, is that you don't put unnecessary pressure on yourself. All right, so we want to try and make some sense here, get back to the drawing board with it, and then I'll share a couple of things here that's going to help you as well. Remember, guys, it's a journey. It's not a sprint here. We're not interested in that. We're interested in helping our students. All right, so let's maybe start off with the gold price there and see what happens. So look at that. Went back, and you can see the gold reclaimed these levels here, 4135 and 4154. All right, so we went beneath, we broke it, but we reclaimed it. All right, now remember, guys, the higher time frames on the gold price is bearish. It's most definitely bearish. So what we were looking at essentially was for a possible push to the downside in that direction, but it seems like intraday we're not having any of that at this point in time. It still seems to be in the safe zone there, and anything can happen right now, okay? Because it's just reclaimed that level 415, 4135. Anything can happen from here. So I'm not gonna touch gold at this point in time. I want to wait for it to make some moves first. All right, I actually want to wait for it to make a couple of moves. All right. So did you guys manage to get out? let me start there. Did you manage to get out? Did you manage to cut those losses and just get out of it? Because I can tell you today, there's still some guys holding on to it. There's still some guys holding on to it, and be very careful. Mark, brilliant. Very happy on that comment. It's good. It's good. Discipline. Yeah. All right. If you got out, good. All right. I'm out of it and I'm waiting. Let's now go to the NAS 100. Let's see what's happening here. You can see it hasn't really moved here, guys. The NAS 100 hasn't really moved at this point in time. It's still stuck in that structure. It's really not moved at all. We've broken those areas, but we're at the same place we were at 9:30 this morning. So probably, at 15:30, we're going to see a bit of movement here, possibly. Let's see how that goes here. All right. So, all right. Myself, I actually exited there. Brett, Tanya's out. Good. All right. All right. There we go. Guys, use minimum risk. All right. As we're building, you'll start to see as your equity increases, you'll be able to have more, capacity. So you don't have to go in with massive sizes when you are figuring yourself out. Okay, you don't have to. All right, I went out way before even, guys. I wish I had my my fire here. Tabatso, well done, my friend. Well done, well done. Zandila, yes, we're gonna go for BTC. We're gonna go and see what is cracking over there. Not a problem. I know that Pete also wanted to know a little bit about that. I mentioned to the guys over the next couple of days we'll be checking it out. So we will go look at BTC as well. Not a problem. All right. But guys, once again, what a pleasure being with you here. All right. Let's make this one count and make sure that we leave here with some info. All right. So gold, we agreed. We're waiting. Leave it alone for now. NAS 100, we're waiting for 15:30. We want to see what happens. We're still in the safe zone. Nothing really. So we're going to leave it. Euro USD, however, you can see that we have started to climb there. There's a bit of a correction happening now, but we pushed up, we went above, and it seems like there's a bit of a reclaiming happening here as well. Previously, from that area there, we started pushing up. So we might be having something similar. Remember, we are using the 2-hour frame here, guys. I'm using the 2-hour frame here. I'm using the 2-3 hour frame here, and there's a lot of divergence that's here. So this is a fantastic area to be. We've created a high. Obviously, we are correcting. So this correction is still taking place, and we are still in the safe zone. We're still in the white area, so we're not, panicking or, showing any signs of letting up. We're still in there. We would like it to move away from it now. All right. So either we move away down or we move up, but the dollar is obviously, extremely resilient. And we know that it is under pressure, but I mean, overall, the dollar has been pretty strong. All right. We're experiencing a couple of days of weakness now, but the dollar has been very resilient, very resilient. If you just look at the gold price, when you go to the higher time frames, very strong, very strong, very strong. All right. So Euro USD, we leave alone for a little bit now. Let's see what happens here and how it moves. Then I'm going to obviously chat to you guys a little bit about something that is going to help you. The AUD USD, we have told you guys we went out of the safety zone. We came back and we've gone out again, but not confidently. All right. So we're still waiting on this one as well. I'm also trading the 3-hour frame here. We're looking at the 4-hour frame. That's what I'm trading on this one. It's just a waiting game. All right. It's just a waiting game. At this point, nothing at this point in time. This is a very, very quiet first 2 days. Tomorrow, we're anticipating movement. Tomorrow, we are anticipating a lot of movement there from the FOMC meeting minutes. All right. So we're not surprised by the silence that you can obviously pick up here today. All right. Traders, then let us proceed now to the oil price. The oil price did push up, broke up. Remember, we're still in the safety zone. We're anticipating it to push up a little bit further there to the 74 area, $74 per barrel. At this point in time, we look like we're back to consolidating again. But it's definitely a lot of movement now to the upside. You can see we've cleared it, we've come down, and we are. It looks like the buyers are, reclaiming this because it was a resistance, broke out, came down as a retest. So there's definitely a lot of support here from the buyers. So we're anticipating this to go up a little bit further. All right, between $72 and $74 a barrel. It's obviously for someone that would like to put some trades into oil. For myself, I'm waiting for the oil price to actually break out. I wanted to break out of the safety zone, and then I'll look at pushing into the oil price a little bit. That's what I'll be looking at on the oil. All right. And then obviously, you know, those were the ones we looked at. We looked at gold. We said we're waiting. NAS, we said we're going to wait just a little bit here. Euro USD, I'm still in that long over there. I'm not getting out yet. AUD USD, I'm also still in there. So I'm in 2 trades here at the moment. And I'm going to be waiting to see what happens there. All right. Now, what I want to share with you guys, I want to share the interesting idea of finding the center of a trend, finding the center of a move. All right, finding the center of the move. And I'm going to quickly show you what I do with the Fibonacci on that one. All right, quickly tell me, what are you guys trading apart from what we have mentioned? What else are you guys trading here? Quickly put in the chat facility. Quickly put it on the chat facility there. What are you guys trading there? Quickly. Let's get a quick response there, guys. I'll take the first 2 or 3 there. All right, I'll take the first 2 or 3. I'll take the first 2 or 3 there quickly. All right, Euro AUD. All right, Euro AUD. I'll be looking at Euro AUD from TrendSphere. And then Sandile, don't worry, I still got you with the BTC, okay? All right, Jace, also Euro AUD. All right, let's quickly go there. Then I have to honor Sandile there with the BTC. All right, not a problem, my friend. I got you, okay? I got you. Euro AUD, Euro AUD. All right, so gentlemen, what are you looking for there? Are you guys looking for buys? Are you looking for sells? What are you guys looking for there? Quickly put in the chat facility. Jace, quickly put in the chat facility there, bud. All right, Euro AUD looking for whatever. Let me just find out. Let me see. That's TrendSphere, yeah, TrendSphere and Jace. All right, so TrendSphere is looking for a buy there. Okay, all right. Jace, what are you looking at there, bud? Sandile, like I mentioned, I got you. Guys, how's the sound? Good? Are we good? Audio should be great. All right, Jace is looking for a sell. Oh, right, okay, look at that. I love it. I love the contrast there. All right, how's the sound there? Brett, good? Looking good. Tanya, how's it looking there? Clear? Beautiful? Lacquer. I know Tandi's right there. All right. Let's look at this concept here. The ability to find the center of the move. All right. Good and peachy. I love it. Good and peachy. Now, when you look at this specific one here, look at it. I'm going to go clear chart quickly, just a clear chart. And I'm going to say, guys, to spot the center of a move here is very difficult at times. This one would think that's maybe the center over there. Or one would think, got you, T. No, we're oiling. I love it. All right, I know you got a big smile on your face there. All right, I'm even tearing because of the joy. All right, so one may think that's the center. All right, because remember, every move needs to come from a certain place. So from there all the way up, you know, one can think that is. But then here's the opposite view, and then here's another one over here. So from there maybe to there could be a, guys could think that, some guys would think that. That's great. Now, some of the guys that were with me in some of the Zoom classes, I dealt with what we call, and Jace, where's Jace, Tanya, Brett, you guys will remember this one here. Sure, I'm not sure if you were in there, my friend. I don't think so. I dealt with what we call a mirror indicator. And I've been watching this thing, and I think some of the guys know already. Once we latch onto something, we consistently go for it to try and understand more, right? So I'm gonna use that to find the center of a move. So what the mirror indicator does is it helps me to see the center and then move from there. Now watch. So here we have, and guys, you can use this on any time frame, by the way. All right, you're going to find the center of the move on that time frame. So I'll use a 4 hour because I know a lot of people use a 4 hour, Jace. Jace. All right, Jace, although I'm also ready for, okay, so hold on. Which one is it, Jace? Hold on, bud. Hold on, bud. Come on. You sell, but you said you're ready for, you're flexible. All right, so transfer is sell. All right. Transfer, no, sorry. Transfer is buy. Jace is sell. So we want to try and understand the different time frames. So I'm going to use a 4 hour here. I'm going to use a 4 hour using the mirror. All right. And it's interesting because, guys, psychologically, you're trading either with yourself or against yourself. It's the mirror. It's you. So here's a mirror, all right, indicator. And what this does is it shows you the exact movement of this. This is the actual chart, the green and the red. The green and the red is the actual chart. So if I take off the indicator, you're left with that. So if you put that or activate it, this is the opposite movement of that. Are you with me? Let's just track there. All right. Now, what this does is this allows you to see where, if we have a price like this and it moves all the way to the upside, we can see where the center actually was before price moved up or down. What you got to do is you got to zoom it out completely. You got to zoom it out completely. All right. And then you'll start to see. So from there to there, this was an entire move. Are we together there? From there to there was an entire move. This mirrors that. Guys, trust me, this is what we'll be chatting about a lot in our topic discussions. I'm just giving you a taste. All right? Myself and T, we made a commitment. We said we are going to give the guys things they've never seen before. All right? So from there, that's the center. You can see center, and then the move happened. Now, this is an important move because this move can turn into a buy. This move from there can turn into a buy. All right? So how you deal with the setup is you can use your Fibonacci now. All right? You take your fib and you place it. That's why I like to use a zigzag, because what a zigzag does is it puts the high and the low there. So that's the high, here's the low. So from there, I'm taking my Fibonacci and I'm stretching it across to the low there. So I have now covered the entire move from there to there, and I am now extracting the levels. Now, every setup has a 50%, which is halfway of the move, and then the full move. So from there to there is the full move. If I place the 50 here, it means that this price, after it bounced, after it pushed there, it already retraced 50% from that movement there. Do you see that? Are we together? Hope you guys are tracking with me here, man. Hope you're tracking with me here. Now, why am I using this area? Because that's the center. I can't use that. From here, there was a big movement to the downside. Are we together? That was not the center. So I have identified the 50 mark, and now I'm putting the 100 mark. So this is now the entire setup. I'm taking off the fib. That's the setup. Now it's either, because I'm chatting to transfer that Jace, all right, some of the other guys did not send what they are trading, and they have their reasons, all right. But anyway, depending on what time frame you're going to use here, all right, is what you will do. Because the 4-hour move is different. Now watch this. I'm going to take this off. And I'm going to go and use a daily instead. All right. Now if you look at the daily, I have also seen something interesting here. Look at this. From there to there. This move is complete. Do you see this? Because price went from the 100, tapped the 50, and came back to where? The center. So we are literally at the center now. We are at the center. Now, either price is going to move down, down, down. That's why dailies are very complex. It will take longer for it to move back from that area to that area. So from a daily perspective, if you're doing a little bit more long-term trading, this is a powerful thing for you to use. There was the center, came down, it went straight back to the 100 point where it moved from. So wherever price moves, whatever the equilibrium is, the center, all right, and it moves away, there's the proclivity for it to move back, either 50% or 100. All right, I hope you guys are tracking there. All right. So on the daily frame, we can't do anything here. That's why we have to trade this on the lower time frames. That's why I'm trading this on the lower time frame, because the daily, the setup is done. And I actually heard T mention that in the trading room as well. T said something very important. He said the setup is done. So if it's done, you got to wait for the next move now. All right. So from there to there, Safiso, I saw your gold there. I was on gold early on. I'm not sure if you came late, my friend. All right. But so you're looking for, okay, good. Safiso, we said we're going to leave gold a little bit there. It's at a very precarious place. It's at the high. We want to see, what it does at that structure. But I'll revert back to that. Okay, just for you. All right. But let's quickly deal with this. So here we have the 50 mark, and you can see it's already tapped. It's already moved 50%. So now here's the question: could it go 100? We don't know that yet because it's not broken past the 50. All right. So here we have the setup. I'm going to take this off now and watch what I do here now. Watch. I'm going to take my channel and I'm going to move it like this. Look at that right there. But now what I'm not going to do is I'm not going to stretch it down here. The reason why I'm not going to stretch it is because there's too much divergence happening here. You see that? There's a lot of divergence happening here. This divergence is telling us that there is a possibility we could be pushing up for that buy. So I'm going back now. Look at that. Transfer, you said buy. Jace, you did say sell. I'm assuming that your sell, correct me if I'm wrong, you may have been looking at it maybe for 1 hour, 15 minutes, maybe a little bit down. Please correct me if I'm wrong there, all right? You can. Guys, myself and T, we are very open to different ways and different thoughts, all right? So let me know there. So as it stands, there is divergence on this setup over here. Now, notice from there to there is a beautiful move. If I drop down to a 1 hour, we can clearly see that this is a correction that is taking place now. That's just the correction taking place. If you go to the 4 hour, high correction taking place. So if you are going to be selling, you are saying to me that, Ash, I think that this thing is going to go deeper. Now, a deep retracement is at the 61. So here's the question. Will you be looking for buys there? You see? 2 hours. So, okay, so 2 hours down. Yes, exactly. Hence, I'm saying to you, I can see why you looked at the sell. All right? Because the sell is divergence there. All right? But remember the divergence here. Look at this. There and there. The drop was here. Do you see that? The drop was there already. So that happened. Does that make sense there, Jace? So the divergence came here. It peaked over here. And then that drop that you were looking for, Jace, the drop you were looking for already happened. You see that? So you want to try and get divergence at the top. Because when you can get divergence at the top, not after. Remember, this, it happened before. So you want to try and find the divergence at the top. And then the move happens down. That is where the gold is. So the 4 hour, there's a lot of divergence over here. If I go to a 6, there is also divergence here. If I go to an 8, there's also divergence over here. And there is a move that has happened. The 12 hour, there's divergence. There's a move that had happened. So can you see what we're actually digging into here is the momentum of the much higher time frames here? Do you see that? We're actually digging into the momentum of the higher time frames. So this is a correction that is taking place here. So 61, if price goes to 61, that's about 36 pips. You can trade it on a 5 minute. It's not a problem. But let's say price digs down further. Then you know what you're essentially doing. You are just trading this correction deeper. Are we together? That does not mean that price is going to go all the way down. No, that's the impulse to the upside. There's the correction. You're just saying price is going deeper, but we're essentially looking for a buy there. Are you with me, guys? I hope that cleared it up right there. All right. You can get that on your MT5. You can just go to the market over here. You can just type in their mirror and you will find it right there. Very interesting indicator, guys. It gives you perspective on the move and on the impulse. It should be. I know Brett, you had that name like. Wait, let me just go and find the name here. Hold on, guys. Let me just find the name. It's called Mirror Chart MT5. It's called Mirror Chart MT5. And guys, we encourage our guys to download different types. All right, Mirror Chart. There it is. It's free. Okay. You just click on it and then you download it. It will go directly into your MT5. Are you with me there, Kile? All right. So Transfer, I hope you got it there. Euro AUD. We waiting to see what happens at this point here, but essentially 1.66. If I can get a beautiful push up there, man, that will be a brilliant trade. All right, I want to get that GBP yen, and then I have to sort out Sandile. All right, I have to go back there for Sandile. Sandile asked about gold. Let's see. GBP yen. Let me just put it on there, and then I will go to gold quickly. All right. So the gold price, Sandile, it's at a very, very interesting and strange area. We are at that high. We said at 9:30 that if price breaks above there, we're going to get out. Because we know what the commodities do. The commodities, it's exactly as we anticipated. It always creates a low, creates a bit of a lower high, and then it breaks it. It just does not ever respect it. So price could either do this, and then it comes back down again. All right, now that would mean there's 3 areas. If it comes back down again, we then obviously of the notion that it's definitely going to go down to the bottom. Right now, it's faffing around here. It's messing around here. And it's just what it does. So it's above the 415 for now. We're actually just waiting to see. It's now 1528. I want to see what it does at the US Open. Okay, at the US Open. All right. Transfer. There we go. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And guys, note I used the H4. I did not even go daily. I just used the H4 on the Euro AUD. Okay. I just used the H4 and that was it. That was it. I didn't have to. I used the H4 on the 1 hour. That's it. All right. GBP yen. GBP yen. And I'm going to do the same thing here because we want to give you guys some great info. Remember, guys, what myself and T does, we share so much concepts and, things that you can do with different tools. Now, for myself, I don't necessarily have to look at it because I can see it, naturally already. And you can use the zigzag to also help you with that. But what this does is it just gives you a bit more context, okay? Now check this one out. Here's the 4 hour. Look at the center. See the center there? That's where the move happened. Look at all of that. That's a lot of movement. So some guys will sell it and they say, no, this is where the uptrend started. That was a resistance and that's where the up. No, it started here. That was the proper support area. And then boom, high. Higher low, higher high. You see that? Higher low, higher high. So there's 3 here. That's where it started. So, once again, hold on for me. Right there. And look at this, look at this, look at this, look at this, look at this. Guys, I can guarantee you the more you attend, the more fluid you become, you will begin to see things that many guys don't see, all right? It's opening up your eyes. So look at that. That's the setup. Now, if I were to do this in a different way, watch this now. Watch. Let's say I didn't use the 4 hour. Let's say I went with daily. Let's go with daily. All right, let's just give it a bit of time to load. It normally takes a bit of time to load. There's the center. That's the center. So watch this. That's the center. From there, up. And then there's the 50. So now, guys, we're just looking at a much higher time frame, okay? We're just looking at a much higher time frame. All right, so you can see we've not actually touched that 50 there yet, okay? So let me take this off. All right, look at that now. Started right there. Guys, I'm sure there are many guys in here, all right, that can bear witness to this. They have a lot of trouble identifying where the actual support started. So I'm using, or the resistance started. I am using an indicator to help me determine that. That is where the move really took off. You see that? Okay? So even if price comes to the 50, it's still a higher low within market structure. What do you guys know about what me and T chat about here? What are we consistently obsessing about, guys? I know that some of the guys, they know. They know. What do we obsess about all the time? All the time. We obsess about market structure. Yes, exactly. Akile, you're welcome. You're most welcome. All right, market structure. Now, remember I had said to you, I'm not going to stretch the channel up because I am using the channel now to identify divergence. See that area, divergence? It lines up. You see that area over there? It lines up. All right. Now, if I go to a lower time frame, this is what I'm working with. That's what I'm working with. Do you see that? From there, that's what I'm working with. And that's about it. Now, I'm not trying to trade the price all the way down to the 196 as an example. I'm not trying to trade the price all the way to the 196. Are you with me there, guys? I'm not trying to do that. So let me show you now when I use the same equilibrium on a 4-hour chart. Okay? When I use it on a 4-hour chart. Watch. Same on a 4-hour chart. $196, $205, $211. Watch. I'm now going to take this off, take that off, and I want you to see the difference. So should price, because there is divergence here, you can see the divergence. Trying to find a more, there we go. That's the divergence I'm looking for. So 211, 216, 211, that is the area that I am actually looking to pursue here. Look at the divergence there. So that's a peak. That's a top. Are we together? Divergence here. It's a top. Divergence, make a note if you haven't, guys. Listen to this. Make a note of this. Divergence always identifies the peaks. That's how you know it's diverting. It's diverting away from the peak. It's diverting away from the resistance, diverting away from the support. This is a peak, one. This is a second peak. So what happens after a peak? A drop. So the most likely place for price to go back down to is 211. That's 50% of the setup. If it drops, it goes 100% on the 4-hour time frame, which started here. So 196 is way down below. That's why the daily looks like that. Do you see that? That's why the daily that's the 50% of the daily. 50% of the 4-hour, 100% of the 4 hour. I hope you guys can see the difference here now. This over here are the zones if you're trading on a shorter time frame. If you're trading on a 4 hour, that is what you're looking for. Who asked me there? GBP yen. Let me see. That was Tabatso. Tabatso, what were you looking for there? Were you looking for a short? Were you looking for a long? What were you looking for there on the GBP yen? What were you looking for? You can let me know in the chat facility, okay? And there's a lot of movement here as well. But I mean, here the 4 hour is good. It's very, very good. The 4 hour is good here. All right, the 4 hour is actually brilliant. Look at that. All right, so at this point in time, I'm seeing a lot of bearish momentum here. All right, I'm seeing a lot of bearish momentum first. I'm seeing it on the 4 hour. I'm seeing it on the 3 hour. I'm waiting for price to actually drop a little bit here now. All right, let's quickly check that Euro AUD again. You can see it standing there. The gold price, look, we're pushing above. Hence, yeah. No. NAS 100, it's dipped below. Look at that. It's now dipped below. Euro USD, we're pushing up. Here, I'm definitely doing fantastic here. AUD USD, I'm just waiting for it. Is there anyone else that's also in a long with Euro USD? Anyone else that's still in a long here with Euro USD? I'm going to go to BTC next, okay? Yeah, so at this point in time, there's a standstill on the GBP yen. We may just be pushing down first, okay? Let me go to Sandile's BTC there. And I want to start off fresh with BTC, and I'm going to use a higher time frame for this, okay? I'm going to use a much higher time frame for this. Hold on. It's also reached an equilibrium. Look at that. Hold on. It's reached the center. Look at that. It's reached the center. You see that? So now we're going to find moves that are more incremental, like this here. Like this here. So the center, you can see here's the center. You can't trade the BTC all the way to the upside right now. It's moving in increments. All right, so the center. Are you with me there, guys? Let me just make sure you guys are with me. You're tracking, you're with me 100%. Let me know then the chat facility. All right, so that's where the move started, right there. All right, that's where the move started. We go down. All right, so there. And then there. Those are the two areas that I'm seeing now on the BTC. All right, so look at this. Look at this beauty here. Look at this. Plain and simple. Divergence, divergence. We're first waiting for BTC to move up till there. All right. Then we have this threshold here, 77,000. All right, Sandile, from 77, we're looking at about 97. This is all on a higher time frame. Okay, look at that. Higher time frame. Even the daily is giving it to us. Look at that. Beautiful. Absolutely stunning. All right, you guys have that. I hope you do. I hope you do. Sandile, you had it there. You asked for this just now. So we're looking for it to reach the zone here, which is roughly around 74,000. All right, and then we have a resistance at 77. If we complete that, we then push up. One more obstacle there at 80, 81,000, and then we go for the 90s. All right, but at this point, we are just waiting. All right, let's look at that NAS again, guys. It looks like we are pushing down here. It looks like we are pushing down here. And let me actually get a new chart and just compare the two. Let me just compare the two, okay, guys? The NAS, what we have, and then obviously what I just showed you guys now. Remember, guys, I showed you how you can use a safe zone at 930. Now I'm using a mirror, and the mirror is helping us understand the center. So from a daily perspective, I mean, oh my, look, that's where it started. This is where it started. You see that? Are we together here, guys? So that's where it started. Here, that was the center. This was the start of it. We've not even dropped to the 50 yet. Look at this. Woo! We've not even dropped. Look at all the divergence. Look at all of that divergence. And if I place my channel there, all right, so where we're going first, you can see it right there. Look at that. See that? We're going to go and touch that resistance over there first. Look at that right there. We cannot talk about 26 yet. What it looks like is happening, we're going to get a much deeper correction here. About 20, they're 29 now. Roughly 27,000. Look at that. Oh my word. Look at this. Yeah, about 27,000. That's where the divergence started, right there. So let's say, let's put it here. 27,426. Look at that. That's the first area. That's 50%. That's 100%. We may not even get to 100. We may just come down, hit that zone there, move until that area, and then we could possibly push from there. That's a higher low. So if I compare that to this one, it is absolutely on track. It's absolutely on track. Look at that. It's absolutely on track. So there's the daily. Yeah, absolutely exactly the same. Look at this. Hope you guys are tracking with me there. All right. You guys are tracking with me there. It's 1543. All right, let's go have a look. Let's go and loop around quickly and see what's happening to gold. So gold, safe zone. We might get out of that, guys. We might just get out of that safe zone. NAS 100, we just did. Euro USD, we're doing fantastic here. So I'm going to be watching this one, and I'll be back again with it at 6. The AUD USD, you can see we are attempting to push back up here. We're also looking at the 3 and 4 hour time frame here. The oil price, there we go. Look. We're trading up in the safety zone. We're trading up in the safety zone. So if we hit 74, let's go and check out. Let's go check this out, guys. Man, UK oil. Let's go and check the UK oil out as well. And we're looking at that on a, there was a 1 hour. All right, 1 hour. Okay, let's see. So we actually gonna exit before, or at least it will be before, not even. All right. This. There's a lot of divergence here, guys. It's created a high there. Very small little high, though, to be honest. Very small high. It's actually breaking it now. Look at that. It's actually breaking it now. There we go. It's actually breaking it now. Look at that. Look at all the divergence here. So we at $74 a barrel, right? 74. That is the exit that we find here. Look at this. And the other 81.96. 81.96. No. Sorry, guys. I'm just trying to find where's the other one now. There we go. So if I go, there's 79. So you see 84.9. Hold on, 80, 81. 81. So the analysis we had previously, that, look at this. It's still within ambit. Look, 74, 81, and 79. So this is the area that we're trading. That's the area that we're trading. Now, if you compare it to what I did here, we are well within. Look at that. Even the 2 hour, it's looking phenomenal. Really anticipating oil to go up. We've literally found it at this is like the resistance to the 50 level. Look at this. Beautiful. And that is the 100. This is a beautiful setup, by the way, guys. So the FOMC meeting, guys, is going to do a lot. The FOMC meeting is going to do a lot for us. Look at this. Look at all that. All right. You guys tracking there? US 30, very uncertain. Look at that. Sandila, I think the BTC will be tracking this one. All right. I'll come back at 6 o'clock with this one as well. So guys, where we stand right now, all right, remember the FOMC meeting is going to be tomorrow. So we are standing, at a place where we're seeing the dollar weaken against the euro. It's weakening against the AUD there. It's weakening against the gold price. That's today. That means nothing, until we get to that meeting minutes tomorrow. This is the setups for now. Stronger oil price coming, 74. Hopefully we go to 79, and that's it. Then gold price right now, we got to first breach this area over here, which is 4204. Then we have a great run to the upside. We don't know yet. Euro USD, we want to go to 1.14. AUD USD, we want to go a little bit further up here to about the 70 mark over there. So we're just waiting for it to break. Then we have the Euro AUD. We needed to first break 1.66, 140. All right. The GBP Yen, if you look at it, going down to the 211. Going down to the 211. We just want to wait and see how this develops first before we do anything. All right. The AUD CAD, we're seeing it's coming down here to about 0.95. There's a lot of movement here that can be done. A lot of movement. So I'm looking at the 4 hour, the 6 hour here on this one to come back. It has not come back to that area. Look at that. It's not. It's just been sitting there. So we are waiting for price to come down a little bit here now. All right. But as it stands, the US Open didn't do too much. It just gave us a little bit of a push on the gold, a little bit of push on the euro, a little bit of push on the AUD, but nothing massive. It's more the oil price that looks better. It's more of the oil price that looks a little bit better up to that 74. So when we come back at 6, all right, we'll be re-looking at where they are. And I might even start over because this NAS 100 over here looks far more attractive in this way. And we want to try and see if that actually pans out. Don't forget the FOMC meeting minutes tomorrow. That's the biggest one, the biggest driver for this week. That's going to tell us a lot, all right? But this definitely looks like we're going down to 27,004 to 6 first. All right, so let's regroup. Let's get back here at 6 o'clock. Let's see where everything is. Let's see how they've all have moved, all right, whilst we were away. And then we'll see if we can do some commentary at the end, because obviously after 6, then we have quite a few hours before tomorrow, 9:30. So I'm going to give you a bit of commentary over there. All right. All right. I think we're doing phenomenal here, guys. I'll see you guys at 6 o'clock. Don't be late. All right. And if you're here for the first time, once again, thank you very much for tuning in. All our links are in the description. Click on that link, open that account with us, and come and be part of what we're doing here as a community and as a family. All right. See you guys soon. 6 o'clock. Ciao, ciao now.
Nobody